You know, I've read all of these killing books, right? And I enjoy them.
And you say that, but you do read them.
I do read them.
That separates you from most of the talk show hosts.
I got this one right before the Emmy weekend, so I haven't had a chance to read it. Don't tell me how it ends. I don't want it spoiled.
They lose.
Does America win? Oh,
yeah,
damn it. Oh, no, wait, we win? Oh, that's great news. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
This book, usually the killing books are about an individual. This one's about an empire. It's about Japan and when we dropped the bomb on Japan.
Yeah.
I was surprised. You know, I got a little overview of the book. I was surprised about how many generals that we know so well were against dropping the bomb.
Yeah, I was surprised, too, when I started to research it. The reason I wrote this book is because, you know, we live in a time where a lot of people are disrespecting their own country. And I think that everybody's right to protest and all that, but they should understand the nobility of America.
Well, one of the worst ways you can disrespect the country is by not knowing anything about what happened.
And drawing conclusions on very small things. So when we started to research this, Dwight Eisenhower, the commander in Europe, didn't want to drop the A-bomb. And he told Truman not to do it. I'm not going to tell you why, because it's part of the fun of the book to find that out. But I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And so we're researching, all right, who was for it, who was against it. Eisenhower's against it. MacArthur, the Pacific commander, didn't want to drop the bomb. Again, for reasons that will startle you. So that Truman was put in this position where his two major commanders said, don't do it. But he did it anyway. And again, that's why we wrote the book, why he dropped the A-bomb, how Americans sacrificed unbelievably to defeat this evil empire. And that's what they were at the time, Japan. And what it took. And it took amazing amount of courage.
You did an interesting thing. You wrote letters to President Obama and to all the living presidents.
5 living presidents.
Asking them what they would have done if they were in the same position.
Right.
And who responded to you? 3
responded, Jimmy Carter and the 2 Bushes. They all 3 said they would have dropped the bomb, and they gave me the reasons, and we put those letters in the book. President Obama did not respond. I don't think he would have dropped the bomb. Speculation. Speculation, but he's not that. President Obama looks at the world in a way that he thinks he can negotiate a lot of things, all right? So I don't think he would have
Sounds like another guy that's running for president right now, doesn't it?
Well, but I think Trump probably would have dropped it as fast as he could have.
Yeah, he's gonna
drop. So, is it ready yet? Come on. And Bill Clinton didn't write. I think Clinton would have dropped it, but he didn't want to get involved in any controversy to take away from his wife's campaign.
I see.
That's why I think those 2 guys didn't do it.
Well, or maybe they're waiting for the paperback to come out, and then maybe you'll get those letters to put in there.
Write me a letter anytime.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. If you enjoyed the video, hit subscribe. And if you don't click subscribe, this invisible hamster will die.